We are tWoTcast, episode whenever Joe was going to tell me because he did not send me the fucking script yet. Thank you, Joe.
Good job. 439.
No, he does not. Okay.
All right, everyone, shut the f*** up. Let's ready to record.
We like to start every show by yelling, "We are tWoTcast." Can you do that with me? On the count of 1, 2, 3, go. We are tWoTcast. Now we can start.
The Wheel of Time, reread podcast, explicit in R, freaking rated. Jono's the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man, he's a total dick. Tom is still obsessed with X-Men.
Previously on X-Men.
We are
You're watching tWoTcast, Wheel of Time, reread podcast, now covering the Wheel of Time. Woo! The Wheel of Time comics, actually. Specifically, The Eye of the World. With me is Joe.
Oh, hey, Jono.
Hi, Yoey.
Hey, man.
Tom. Study your mute button. Taffy.
Hello.
And our guest of honor, the one, the only, Maria Simmons.
Hi, Jono.
The one, the only.
Hi,
Maria. Hey, Maria's here.
Ooh, that's the picture of my favorite sweater that she made. I love that one.
I do.
Maria, how are you?
Maria, it's the picture from when you sent me with the companion. Just
love
you
it.
awkwardly
Okay.
holding the companion. Anyway.
So
What's
Maria
going
was
on?
completely ambushed by some text messages from me, I believe yesterday. And for whatever reason, foolishly decided, yes, I'd love to go on this comically bad show again.
Yesterday.
And here she is. So, Maria, we could not be more proud of ourselves and more disappointed in you for being with us. And we adore you. We adore you very
Hey,
much.
if life is too perfect, you get too above yourself. So you kind of have to dive down deep and hang with the low
Yeah,
lives.
you
to make sure you-
Every once in a while, you go to a dive bar.
There we are.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Derby. We're very excited to have you. Well, Maria, I understand you've been at WatCon. Tell us how that was, unless you don't want to, and you just
What?
say drunk.
WhatCon was fabulous. Had a lot of fun. Talked to a lot of cool people. Not everybody there. I tried to talk to everybody there, but I don't think I quite made it. But it was a lot of fun. Good dance party. Good panels.
Nice.
Good food.
Yeah, that's great.
Ooh,
Oh, good food.
Excellent. Not
Yeah.
always a hallmark
Two-
of a convention.
Yeah.
2 catered dinners
Mm,
Wow, that's really
and a
cool.
lunch.
yeah.
Yeah.
How many days were you there? Is it a full weekend, like 3-day kind of con?
It
Mhm.
officially begins at 1 on Friday and ends at 1 or 2 on Sunday, I think.
Oh, it's
Pretty much just like during official timing.
Yeah.
right.
48 hours of nerds. Ah,
Yeah.
as opposed to the rest of our lives, which are 100 hours of nerds in a row.
Seriously.
All
That
right.
sounds really cool.
It does sound awesome.
Yeah.
So, Maria, at any point, whenever you want to tell us some backstory. So we're going to start covering the Eye of the World comic, which I believe Joe has a hardcover copy of. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got it digitally as well, though. You know, you got to buy both.
Oh, yeah. So I was on the phone with Alan on a completely
I have mine right
unrelated
here.
thing. Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, this is
I
useless.
have 1 through 4. I don't have volume 5 and 6 yet. I need to get those in fancy hardcover.
Yeah.
Oops. And I have this one too, which is where it all began.
Ah, yeah, I've got
Oh,
those.
nice.
I got
New
those as they
spring.
came out. So like I have those issue by issue. I might have gotten those collected by now. I don't know. I can't remember.
So tell us about the genesis of all that, because it's definitely one of those things. Those started in what, like 2004 or 5? Is that correct?
The contract was signed in 2003 to do these.
Close enough.
And I'm old, and it was a long time
No.
ago. And I've been in the same job for close to 30 years, so everything kind of runs together. But I've gone back and done some research. But if you remember, New Spring was first piece in a Legends anthology. And then Robert Jordan expanded it into New Spring, the novel. And somewhere in there, the DeBell brothers approached him about doing a comic. And finally, the contract was signed in 2003. And we got to work, and it was Red Eagle was involved, and the DeBell brothers. And we were cooking along. And at first, Jim was just on his own and looking at it. And then he decided, oh, maybe I should let Maria look at it. And it was a lot of fun. And Bob Klutz from Encyclopedia Watt was looking at a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Because
you guys are listed as
it would-
thematic consultants in the book.
right. Because we said things like when there was a mantelpiece shown, and on the mantelpiece was a unicorn. Jim, didn't you say no fucking unicorns? So got that changed. And at one point, the accepted dresses. I'm sorry.
No, I love the fact that I think one of the few texts that we sent yesterday was more swearing from you. Everyone loves when Maria swears, and there it was. Which is disgusting.
Yeah,
but
I'm out of practice the last couple of days. So, but in another time, there was an accepted, and her bottom stripe of her dress, instead of being brown, looked purple. And Jim wasn't really aware of the purple Aja theory, but I was like, Jim, get him to change it, because otherwise everybody will be on the purple Aja. And it was a lot of fun. And it cooked along for a couple years. 3. And then on June 1st, 2006, an announcement was put out by Red Eagle that New Spring was going to stop after, I think, 5, 6, I can't remember how many issues.
I feel like there was like, I think there was 7. I could be wrong, but I thought it went to 7, but I could be wrong.
No, before the gap.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right. So they stopped at some point. And then Jim died, sadly. And I don't remember how it came up to resuscitate and finally finish New Spring. But we talked to everybody, got all the permissions. And with the DeBells, we finally finished New Spring, the graphic novel, and got it out. And it was kind of my baby.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with it. And, I went to Harry and Alan for questions, but mostly it was my baby. And then it was like, well, this was fun. Maybe we should do the Eye of the World. And the DeBells, they really wanted to do it. And talked to Harriet and our agent and was like, yeah, we want to do it. So we signed a contract and got a check. And then our agent got a call from Tom Doherty and said, y'all don't own the rights for comic books for the Eye of the World. That's
yikes.
And so it was 17 years ago today. Our agent had to write the DeBells and say, oops, we're sorry. We never read the original contract and we can't sell these rights. So
who owned the rights, or should we not ask?
Tor. No,
okay.
Tor did.
Oh, yeah.
Tor, okay. All right. That's fine. Yeah.
There are reserved rights. And the first contract Jim signed for the first 6 books, Tor had the comic rights, had a lot of rights, audio rights, I think, at the beginning. And we didn't even think about it because we've been looking at all the contracts since, and those rights were ours then, like for New Spring.
Yeah.
But so it's like, okay, well, we can't do this, but Tor got involved, and Dynamite, I think, publishing, and the DeBelle still and us, and we worked it out so we could do The Eye of the World, and it was a lot of fun.
It's
I mean,
such an interesting
6
thing.
huge volumes. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Like if there's one place that it would have been okay for the rights to have been, wrongly stuck with, Tor, totally fine, because obviously Jordan was their, Jim was their largest seller pretty much. You guys were very close on a friendly. So, it could have been a lot worse that they were actually stuck in, I don't know, Tom's mouth or something like that. You're never getting anything out of Tom's mouth.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
No. Well, I guess you're talking about your Tom and not Tom Doherty.
Not Tom Doherty.
Should have chosen it better, damn it. Tom Doherty's mouth is a different story, which we won't discuss here. But yeah, no, Tom O'Hara has he's got some predilections towards an oral fixation, and I do apologize for that.
Does Maria, by any chance, recall who the narrator for the books on tape of The Shadow Rising Abridged was long before Michael and Kate came aboard? Jono, you know that, don't you?
Not.
I assume it's going to be Mark.
Is it Ralston?
Yeah, Mark Ralston.
Ralstrom?
Yeah,
Can't remember. But he did the Eye of the World. Did he do? He probably did.
Ralston. Yeah.
Ralston.
Does that sound familiar, Maria? Because that may have been before you started the tour.
One of my first jobs when I started working for Robert Jordan was to go read all the books that were out, which there were 6, and mark where the point of view changes occurred for Kate and Michael to narrate the books. The abridged things, there was one in the office, I think Jim told me not even to bother because it didn't make sense. There wasn't enough of it there. And by the way, Kate and Michael are the most fabulous people. They were at WotCon again, and they are lovely people and can party good.
And party good.
That's awesome.
They've gone every year, right?
Yeah. They and I have been there every year.
Let's see. So that I it's fascinating how close that came to, like, The Eye of the World came to not existing as a comic, and then was resuscitated, thankfully, because it's a beneficial party that you're happy to work with Tor. Joe, is your wife bringing you a drink?
No, my daughter's asking for me to untie something.
Oh, well, come say hello to Maria.
Then do it.
Violet, you want to say hi to Maria? Here. Come here. Come here, it's okay.
Hi, Violet.
There you go.
It's been a couple years since Violet's seen me.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. I had after Jordan come last year, I had Grayson pop in to see everybody. Okay, go ahead, sweetie.
But who is Maria?
Do the tie.
Who is Maria?
Do it.
Just bring her in.
Just untie it for her.
Yeah, Joe. Stop being
Just
such a
do
terrible
it.
father.
Seriously.
So, Maria, this is the level of professionalism with which we deal. Like Tom, Taffy, and I, we try so hard, and then that's not even that's actually just Lauren right there. Never mind. Way to ruin the joke.
Come here.
Right.
Hi, Violet.
Wendy, I did do it already.
Hi, Violet.
Hi.
Violet
Wait,
doesn't frequently
want
come on our
that
show.
show?
She'll come on the puppet show every once in a while when we're doing the drawing thing. Hey, it's time for bed, kid. Come on.
But Daddy,
Yeah.
who is Maria?
Maria is an old friend of mine, and she's the editor of the Wheel of Time, and this is a show about the Wheel of Time, and she has all kinds of knowledge and interesting facts squirreled away in her brain.
You're still not telling me
It's
who
this
is
one.
Maria.
Maria's right here. That's Taffy.
Right here.
Jono.
I got to meet you a few times. Oh,
Yeah.
we hung out at Steve's house.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We went to Charleston and saw her.
Charleston.
All right.
Good. I'll say goodbye,
Good
Violet.
night, Violet. Good to see you, lady.
Oh, well, that was quick. Is her bed just right there?
Sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
She can go back to bed by herself.
There's
Oh,
her
she's
again.
back.
Hi. Woo.
As you can tell, Maria, we've really upped our game in recent years. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when you used to listen to us in the car with your son, grossing him out.
It's very different now.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
really
it is
upgraded.
a little different.
Child friendly. Yeah, Joe doesn't say nearly as many sex jokes all of a sudden. It's very disappointing. It's just me muttering to myself while
Yeah.
Tom giggles and texts me bad ideas.
We really have backed off a lot.
It's disappointing. You know what we should do?
Right.
We should get really drunk in person together and see what happens with no filter.
Just the magic of in person, right, Jono?
Yeah. Maria, would you like to
have
cover
some-
that?
Yes.
Yes.
I've been telling somebody in the last couple of days that I was going to be doing this, and I mentioned the name tWoTcast, and they looked at me and said, "That sounds like a woman's private parts," and I was like, "It's the Wheel of Time." And they're like, "Oh," and I was like, "But it's supposed to sound that way."
But it's supposed
They
to.
were
We're never
just
supposed to talk about that.
astonished.
It's the implication. Yeah.
Wait, that's what it sounds like? I haven't put that together in over 10 years. Hold on a second.
Mark Ralston.
Yeah. Mark
Jono,
Ralston,
that's
yeah.
the name.
We're going to have to
Um,
rebrand the whole show.
Hello,
Maria,
gentlemen, ladies,
I
and whatever
recommend-
Jono is this week. Oh, hey, Violet. No, thanks, Dana. Oh, Laugh
I
Again
do
Puppets is a
recommend
classic
finding
thing.
the Mark Ralston ones if you can find them. Those are really cool. Like that was my only audiobook I ever had. Joe gave it to me on a drive all the way up the East Coast from Atlanta to Vermont. And I really enjoyed his very strange intonations for a lot of things. It may not have been the best ever, because obviously Michael and Kate are wonderful, but it was kind of enjoyable on its own if you can track it down. Also, it's abridged and therefore terrible.
I never noticed that before. RJ was a dirty old man. That's an old tWoTcast reference right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rosa. Rosa, we played the video that you posted last week of you guys singing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for the Save
Yeah.
What.
Was
Maria,
that
have you been
last
following the
week?
Save What campaign?
Let's
was a
check in
year
on
ago.
it.
Maria, have you signed
Oh, yeah.
your name to Save What?
No,
She's not
And
allowed
it's
to.
not
She's
because-
impartial.
it's not because I don't want to say what, because I was loving the what
Clearly.
TV show.
Yeah.
But I'm in a slightly odd position working for the company
Yeah.
that
Fair
owns
enough.
rights and
Yeah.
stuff. So it's I got to talk to people.
So you
But,
can't sign it? It might be awkward for your job. Jono, go ahead and sign
I-
Maria's name quick while we're at it.
Save What
it's just-
campaign, everybody.
Where we at?
They got over 200,000, so they're 208,000. That's a big.
WatCon
That's a
apparently
big.
is good for them. They jumped up 10,000 signatures since our last
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
So and it's still people are still posting stuff. I saw something today about another group singing thing where they all got together and sang one of the songs from the show. I think.
Maybe it's gaining steam.
I bet it was.
see,
I mean,
that's-
It wasn't Hails and San Chico. It was I think it was the.
Oh my God,
song
amazing.
Tom sings.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you know this. There was a deep cut. they
Everybody just
showed.
wants to sing the Hills of Tanchico, and it's like,
Yeah.
Have
It
you
was a big
seen
hit.
The Folds of Tarvalon. That's another song that we've been working on.
That's the one that will say what.
Yeah.
And
That's the one that'll say twat.
That's
Yeah.
right. Save twat.
One of my favorite things ever was one of our live shows. We made Maria and Alan sculpt things out of clay, and
Wait,
and
was
Maria,
that
you bring
Play-Doh?
that up. You bring that up on a fair enough. Yeah, Play-Doh, clay, whatever. Something.
yeah, it was Play-Doh because it smelled terrible.
And it was, it's also very hard to work with.
Mhm.
But you handled it like a champ. Good job.
You're talking about babies can do it.
It was fun.
But every single the joke was that every single object we had them sculpt was phallic in nature, and then the very last clue was Maria doing the island of Tarvalon.
I remember that.
That was the bit.
We've always been a very highbrow show, even
Yes.
when our actual highbrow guests. We do appreciate that. Nothing quite like embarrassing the shit out of people. So is that the end for the Save What? We have no other songs.
That was a
Who
whole
is
update.
working on the Folds of Tarvalon? Is that song coming out yet?
I don't know. We'll have to. We only know 2 people that make songs. It's Taffy and
Taffy.
Andrew.
I mean, I can make one real quick.
Yeah. Tom can do it.
Won't be good.
I've got some lyrics going on for it already. All right. Again, Maria, as I said, you don't have to stick here the entire time. You are free to leave whenever you want. You have done your job, unless there's more you want to discuss.
Jono, she gets it. You don't have to kick her out.
She's been here for 5 minutes.
Leave. She can't be here until she needs to stay at least until we do the MySpace update.
Okay, that's true. Maria, do you still have your MySpace account?
No.
Oh.
Well,
Sadly.
just it's the happening place to be, especially for all twat related content, information, news, new things happening.
Yeah, go to myspace.com/tWoTcast, the new space for all your Wheel of Time news. myspace.com/singwithtaffy.
Yeah, let's do the update. The update is there is no update. There's no new followers.
Oh, good
really-
update. Good
Yeah, that's
update.
fine. We're just in a
Didn't even get to
lull.
play the
It's
song.
quiet, yeah.
I'm mad at everybody. I'm mad at
Maria, I highly recommend you resuscitate your old MySpace account, and you can follow us. And if Tom's got the time, he'll follow you back. I know that the tWoTcast follow is what everyone wants, hence why there are 0 this week and last week. And we appreciate everyone's efforts.
I think we've tapped into the entire MySpace audience.
what if there is a possibility that we have no new followers because we're literally followed by every single person that's currently on MySpace. I hadn't thought about that.
Saturated the market. It's very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Hey, just so everybody knows, it's just a reminder. If you create a MySpace account, follow tWoTcast, you will get a shout out on the show next week.
That's right.
And,
And it helps.
a big hug and thanks.
Yeah. And it helps
And a
us
big
because we're
hug.
officially sponsored by MySpace.
And then that's when you have to play the do 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 do.
Oh, yeah. It's all right.
Started now, if you want.
That noise in the background of the guy muttering.
Yeah,
I think that's my favorite part now, I realize.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, me too. Nobody could ever dispute that we're officially sponsored by MySpace, right? Because it would take somebody that works at MySpace to do it.
To care, yeah.
I don't know. If there is anyone that works there, they don't care.
Maria,
We're probably happy about it.
Did they
Maybe we
take
could
the
be
comic and just kind of run with it, or were you? How involved were you in like making? Did they just like check in with you every once in a while, or did you pour over every page and yell at them when they colored somebody's eyes wrong, or what happened?
Purple jaw.
Especially when we resuscitated it after Jim died. Yeah, I looked at every page. And this is something I loved about the DeBell brothers. If I said this isn't right, they never argued. They tried to fix it.
I love that that's the bar. Like Alan had nothing but good things to say about the DeBell brothers, which I believe he said were in Atlanta. But I like that the bar is when the editor who knows everything says you're wrong, maybe you follow it. That feels like that shouldn't be the bar, but I appreciate it.
Did you have script approval before they started drawing?
I mean, we're going from words to pictures, so there are going to be places where there's not a definitive answer. But the DeBells were trying their hardest to make it to, before he died, Robert Jordan's vision, and after he died, mine, Bob and Alan's. They really, they would, in New Spring, there's a point where Lan is attacked by, I think it's 5 toughs.
Yeah, outside of man.
And the books, they're very well described. And the DeBells had artists do something, and we're like, no, this one's this is, and so they redid it, and it was so much better. And then we were like, but this is still wrong, and they would do it again. And that might be why there was a slowdown and it got stopped.
Yeah.
But it was fabulous, to have people listen to when you say, this is what it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
Interesting.
I think phenomenal. I hear a slight bit of not sarcasm, quite the opposite of in Tom's voice about something else. It's got to
What are
be
you
himself.
getting at?
Nothing. So I guess from how does it work? Like you said, script, obviously, how do you choose what pieces to put in? Why do I use this as a prompt? It's a fucking.
I don't know. What are you doing? So Chuck Dixon adapted it. Tom, did you know that Chuck Dixon did this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was trying actually.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this is the place for it. I think we've talked about it before. I was trying to. You know what? Yeah. Great Batman. A lot of great Batman books.
Yeah, Chuck Dixon's famous in the comic industry.
Long story run.
Yeah.
There are notes in New Spring, the novel, from emails from Robert Jordan
Oh, the graphic novel.
about Chuck and how it worked. And if you go to theoryland.com and click on the Watt interview search and go to New Spring, you can see a lot of those there. If you don't
Oh,
have
okay,
this,
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
um,
I don't know if I don't have the New Spring collected. I don't think I would probably have remembered that. I think.
may I read one?
Yes,
Sure.
Please.
Dear Les, very good. Please tell Chuck that he did an excellent job. There is only one point I need to raise. Tamara and Guitarra would not be wearing robes. The descriptions of their dresses and jewelry can be found in the book. I appended a note to that effect in the note on the relevant panel, and I'm sending you this version back. Once that change is made, I'm good to go with the script. Thanks. All my best, Jen.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty
it's cool.
cool.
It feels like we need to get that, and that's what we're going to cover next time. Not next time, but as the next segment, we're just going to go back in time and then cover the cover of New Spring. Also, Maria, while you're at it, is there any chance you could start writing some Wheel of Time books? We're kind of running low on new content, if I'm being very honest. I don't know what you're doing the next few weeks. Happy to help edit.
I'm gonna say, how long is it gonna
I'm
take
an
you to
editor,
play
not
this
a
book?
writer.
Let's go.
All right. Well, then I'll write. I'm happy to write. If you want to edit that, I'm sure it'll be worse.
Can I use a Sharpie?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Jono
then
just
what
gets
we'll
it.
do- yeah.
Everything but the names is redacted, like a letter from the military.
We'll scan all that, and then where people can find it, if you would like to find that, it is on MySpace/tWoTcast.
Yeah, that would be
Is all that-
myspace.com, the
all
news
that-
space for all your Wheel of Time news. MySpace.com/tWoTcast, MySpace.com/Sing with Taffy, of course.
Yes, all questions, if they're lost on the main page, they can be directed at mine, and I will help them get to
Find
which
them
of
and
the
organize them.
gentlemen here that need to be addressed. And
Thank
then
you, Maria,
especially-
going to read from Jono's book today.
Yeah.
We should, Jono, you should. You should have
Jeez.
texted Maria the Bukowski.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can. I don't think Maria wants to read it, but
I don't think so. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well,
do you want to do that now?
I feel like we'll have general questions for Maria as we talk about the comic. If you
Absolutely.
Want to get into the comic.
Okay. And then at any point, Maria, I think I was going to say, whatever you want, I will read a selected portion from this book.
We'll pause whatever we're doing.
Yeah, which is, again, Alan and I have been discussing on and off for about a year or two this wonderful 60s, 70s, 80s, and today, no, not today, author Charles Bukowski, who is quite dead, quite a very, I would say, good person, and you can tell by his works, which I will happily read to you. And we should just
At some
maybe
point.
not watch my face, maybe watch Maria as I read it. Quick spoiler, today's passage may have the C word in it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I gotta be ready with the Genesis horrible things
Yeah.
in the middle
Nope.
of here.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
which C word? Because they're, in porn, there
There's more
are
than
two.
one.
Well,
Oh, I guess a spoiler. Both. And they go together.
Hey, all right.
edited for parts, there was a P word and a C word for men and a P word and a C word for women. And those were the only ones allowed. And it's like, what's with the other
wait, you don't-
letters? But
So we got both C words.
Jono, do you just want to read Bukowski? What do we?
I think he would like. I think he wants to read Bukowski for. Well,
Let's start with
Maria's still
Jono
with
reads
us.
Bukowski. Everybody.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right. Oh, and don't forget to put. I think
All right,
Maria
I'll
and I
just leave
together.
it. I'll
I'd
just
like
leave
to
it like
watch.
that this time. We
All
like to
right.
put Jono on full display, but apparently he wants
Yeah.
to see her.
And I got a little biopsy today on my what may or may not be basal cell carcinoma. It's tough being a ginger. All right. I got into bed with her. Jesus Christ. The little girl woman was ready. I pulled her towards me.
God.
Luck was mine again. The gods were smiling. The kisses became more intense. I placed her hand on my cock, and then she pulled up her nightie. I began to play with her cunt. There it is.
There it
Catherine with a
is.
cunt, I think. The clit came out, and I touched it gently, again and again. Finally, I mounted. My cock entered halfway. It was very tight. I moved it back and forth, then pushed. The remainder of my cock slid in. It was glorious. She gripped me. I moved, and her grip held. I tried to control myself. I stopped stroking and waited to cool off. I kissed her, working her lips apart, sucking at the upper lip. I saw her hair spread wide across the pillow. Then I gave up trying to please her and simply fucked her, ripping viciously. It was like murder. I didn't care.
Jesus.
My cock had gone crazy. All that hair, her young, beautiful face. It was like raping the Virgin Mary. I came inside of her, agonizing, feeling my sperm enter her body. She was
Agonizing?
helpless, and I shot my cum deep into her ultimate core, body and soul,
God.
again and again.
Why is this a regular feature?
Because Alan, it's related to Alan, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Tom.
Alan sent me the sequel to this book.
Oh, good.
Damn on right.
We can keep these segments going forever.
But if Maria,
Yeah.
asked me to bring the trash can from my kitchen outside every week and go through the contents like for 5 minutes, like I don't know if we would do it.
It's
We might.
Maria's
Yes.
asking for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's been Jono reads Bukowski.
Yeah.
Maria, any thoughts?
it reminds me of my old job, and I don't really like to be reminded of my old job.
Just a nice walk down memory lane.
Pleasant memories.
Here's to your glass of wine, Maria. I only saw that it was a sex thing. I did not get to all of that. And goddamn, that was some interesting reading. So let's get to the actual book here.
Yeah, this is our episode covering The Wheel of Time, The Eye of the World, but as a comic book. We're gonna try to do the prologue and chapters 1 through 3, but I mean, we'll see how far we get. Yeah, we'll see how far we get.
I guess my first question here, Maria, is when did you guys decide to put, because my version has ravens with it. The prologue.
Yeah,
that
Ravens
came
is
out,
attached to the prologue in this.
I was very
version.
surprised to see that as part of the Eye of the World comic. Although obviously it was already released and part of the Eye of the World, but I just didn't expect that to be where the thing started.
I wish I remembered how that worked out,
Okay.
but I don't.
Ravens was in that. So the first time I heard about that was in the Eye of the World, like the young reader versions, where they had split them in 2 parts,
The
and then did the same thing with the Great
Starscape
Hunt. Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
the
those.
Starscape, because
I got them because I
put
love the art.
Yeah.
we put the ravens in the beginning of the first volume and an expanded glossary in the
That's right.
second volume.
I did not know there was.
And a lot of people
Mine-
don't know
mine
about
is
the
signed-
expanded.
It's
Mine is
covered
signed
in-
by Jim.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's when I got to meet him.
Like Jim Rigney or just another guy?
Everybody.
Just some
James
guy.
Rigney.
Okay. Just gotta ask.
Just some guy.
So I guess on that note, let's stick on the high points. Tell me about this expanded glossary. Like what all? I don't have a copy of this. We got work to do, Tom.
I know.
I
Wrap-
want to
wrap
say
next week's
it
plans.
had a glossary entry for like the Ring of Tamerlane, which was not in the original glossary.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
I helped put it together, and I don't remember because I didn't think it would come up tonight, so I didn't research that.
Or probably ever.
I love the fact that you think you need to study up to go on tWoTcast. Like, first off, at least 3 of us, myself counted twice, are drunk enough won't remember this shit tomorrow. And also, you know everything, and what you don't know probably doesn't matter too much, so don't worry about
That's
it.
true.
You don't have to
Finn
study
said
for this.
reminds her of her old job that she worked for Trump or something.
Jesus.
Oh no!
I mean, Maria's talked about this many times on our show, but Maria, you want to explain what your old job was? For
I used
people
to
who didn't know.
edit adult erotic fiction.
Uh-huh.
We paid $400 for full rights to a book. We edited with Sharpies because if a whole page had no sex on it, something had to go.
There was sex on every page.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, there didn't need to be much backstory.
I'm in. All right. My book, getting ready.
Yeah.
As expanded glossary, so we get a graphic novel of the companion.
So it was literally just like a porn movie, but written out with no
Have you
story.
never read? Never
Okay.
written
When
erotica?
I was editing adult erotic fiction, videos had not arrived yet. And of course, the internet had not arrived yet. And I started my job, and Betamax and VHS were battling it out. And then I got laid off because all of a sudden everybody was getting videos and nobody wanted a dirty book.
Oh, okay.
I would like one of these dirty books.
We've got a
It
couple.
would only,
To add to my collection.
Yeah,
you
to
would
add
only
to
have
our
one hand free while you have the dirty book. Whereas
What's the other
video-
hand doing?
Smoking.
All right.
No, come on. It's a dirty book.
Wait,
yeah, Tom.
our books
That'd be
were
ridiculous.
edited by Maria, were they?
No.
No.
No. The books we've got, I think you're aware, Maria, we've got some books that were from
She's,
Jim's
of course, she's
library.
aware. She gave
Yeah,
them to
okay.
us.
They are Greenleaf classics. Which
Yes,
is where
they
I-
are Greenleaf classics.
but they
Ours
are
are
not
great.
books I personally edited. I think they predate my term there.
I used to
God
have
damn, that'd
those
be amazing.
proudly on display, and then now I have to hide them.
Yeah, I really want to get some Maria. Do they have your
Cousin
name on the
children?
imprint?
Hmm?
Maria, do they have your name on the imprint for the ones that you've
Very
edited?
interested in all the
Oh,
books.
hell no. They don't have
Oh,
real name on the imprint. We made up
Do you
the
think you
author
could-
names.
Do you have a list
think-
of books that you
Yeah.
edited so I can try to track
I would
one down?
absolutely buy them up.
Yeah, I wanna
And
find
then
one.
get you to sign them.
It's funny. I only remember one title that I didn't edit because there was a bookstore in Chula Vista, California, where we lived, and it had a dirty corner. And for some reason, my husband decided to go to the dirty corner. And
Yeah,
all of a
For some
sudden he
reason.
came out
Yeah.
and he says, "Does the title 'Whip the Mother Like the Daughter' mean anything to you?" And I was like,
Jesus
"Oh yeah,
Christ.
Paul edited that one." I mean, it was, you know,
I sometimes
there's some
worry.
things just as well to forget.
So did
Yeah.
you move from? I used to live in Chula Vista when I was younger too, in San Diego. Did you move from there when you got your job with for Wheel of Time? Is that, or where did you move from Chula Vista to Charleston?
I moved from Charleston to Chula Vista, from Chula Vista to Panama City, Panama, and back to Charleston because I was a Navy wife.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then when were you in Charleston when you met Alan, when you met Amy, and then how you had
Yes,
that?
our children were at school together.
That's
when I
so
met
cool.
Amy.
Yeah.
We worked
What
book
an
fairs
amazingly
together.
perfectly stupid little world to like find these characters together. That
Yeah.
like it's fucking amazing. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Now we're gonna need to find some. Do you remember the company you worked for, Maria? And it doesn't have to be now on this podcast. I'm going to ask 1,000 questions about it following up now that I think about it. Although I'll also get drunk and forget things. So maybe just don't worry about that. But I want to find some Maria Simmons edited books. Porn books.
It's
Obviously,
called
I've got.
Greenleaf Classics,
Okay.
and I haven't looked in several years, but at one point you could find funny stories about them online.
So if we just text you titles constantly whenever we come across them, will you be like, oh, I did do that one?
Yeah, just like your husband in the dirty book section. We'll just randomly, I'll send you a screenshot or like a picture of a book randomly if I find it, and then I'll just be like, what about this one? Like, no.
I don't know if I'll remember or not. I mean, I edited a lot of these books, and they, there was an author who there was a lot of urine involved.
Oh yeah, of course.
And
I mean, yeah.
Right.
It was just it kind of blended together.
I don't
It's
think I've
art.
ever met
It's artwork.
I don't know if I've ever met anybody before that's lost their job because of the invention of the Betamax. Incredible.
Before the internet and before Betamax and VHS were duking it out for porn.
I
options.
lost a job because they invented online streaming.
Oh yeah.
Penny's Pet.
Funnily enough, though, Tom's job that he lost was in porn.
But it was claymation porn. And then,
it's what Maria was working with at that
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it was stop motion.
That's a lot of work, man.
It was exhausting.
That's so crazy.
Well,
really artistic.
Taffy, once you get the thrust in and out, you can it's just clip and repeat.
No,
did you guys shoot it on like Super 8 or was it
it took
video?
17 years.
Shot it onto clay.
It took 17 years to get the first movie done, and we were 1 week away, and then Netflix came out.
Son of a bitch.
If only
All right, can we get on topic? All right, Maria, are these books you edited? Penny's Pet, Sugar Baby, His Daughter's Sin, Jesus, Pam's Carnal Duties, Nancy's Torment.
Jono.
I don't recall any of those.
Let's talk about this comic book.
I was gonna say,
the eye of the world.
Maria was probably long done with the book before they came up with the title.
I'll be buying these on eBay today.
So I literally have every page pulled up as an image like this. So if you guys want to talk about something, let me know. But this is the cover.
I like the very first one. Very first one.
The very first page.
Well, before this one.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
later in the. I think that's a cover for one of the later issues for next week's issues.
Oh, okay. I love this
more of
image. There's leaves falling and really cool looking.
Can we talk about Maria? Can we talk about Chase Conley a little bit? And what it was like working with him as the artist, and did you have to give him a lot of notes in terms of like character design when he was first making the characters, or was he just like, I'm a fan of these books, so I know all these characters in and out, kind of thing?
Most of that went through the DeBells.
Oh, okay.
I didn't talk to the artists or writers directly. Generally speaking, not until Great Hunt. but I thought
Did
he
you
was
sign
doing
off
good.
on? Did you sign off on design sheets for the characters and the clothing before they started drawing pages, or did you speak pages first?
Because
I'm
by the
trying to
eye of the
remember.
world, Jim was passed,
Mm-hmm.
right?
We sent a lot of notes because he had notes about what characters look like. And, Rand was kind of like Ben Affleck with different coloring, kind of.
Right. Okay.
And Karen,
No, I remember you talking about that before. Like he had
Yeah.
actors in mind for like how certain people looked.
and so we would send that kind of stuff along.
Okay.
And
My digital, I don't know, does this copy have it? My digital version has a cool sketchbook at the back. I assume the printed version does as well.
I wonder if they have old character design sheets with notes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Maybe we could see stuff like that.
the hardback volume does as well, has the sketchbook. The sketches of all the characters is
Okay.
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I guess
it is.
I guess I should get this.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
Oh
sounds
yeah,
it's
like
cool.
it's awesome, Tom.
yeah, Tom, sounds like there's shit we got to buy in our joint bank account that we've got.
Yeah, and then there's
No. We'll be busy on eBay with the joint bank account.
I
Yeah, for
foolishly didn't
sure.
get the bonus
Nancy's
materials, but I
torment.
guess we can do that next volume or next when we
Here's
cover the
some-
second
here's
half
a
of this
sketch
volume.
land.
Yeah, there's some really good sketch artwork. in
We
there.
might
I'll-
cover the first half next week. I'm kind of enjoying the process talking. You know what I mean?
I mean,
yeah, that was
kinda.
part
I
of the
mean,
plan.
Let's not rush to the book.
Yeah.
I'm not in any way rush. Like we have no reason to rush. We have Maria here, so we can pick her brain about the book. So like, why not?
Yeah.
Like if we get to covering the chapters tonight, like great. But if we don't, like let's.
Maria
we can do
just
that
gave a
next
look
How
saying
cool is
like, "I want to get
Baltham
the fuck out." But all
Look
right,
at Baltham. So
yeah,
rad.
love it.
I love
Fuck
that
yeah.
so much. So cool.
gotta buy a hardcover. God damn it!
You know, we can kind of
I
talk
have-
about.
I have two if you want me to send you one.
No.
I don't need
Unless
two.
well,
it's
they
signed.
released them a couple years ago or a year or so ago, so they should be available fairly easily, I think.
Yeah.
Jono, I mean, I know we only read like 3 issues or 4 issues, prologue and chapters 1 through 3. It's interesting that you're calling. I mean, so a comic book is obviously traditionally called an issue, but in this volume, everything's called a chapter, and I thought that was kind of fun, just because it's a little different, but it's reminiscent of the books that it came from, so
Yeah.
it's kind of
I
fun.
also-
So, is there like I noticed that like I liked Chase Connolly's art a lot. I really like that he's the consistent artist throughout, and it doesn't change. But I mean, I guess the only negative takeaways for the art I would say is like some of it seems more rushed than other pages. Like so, like obviously he's got a deadline. He's trying to like not.
Okay.
There's not a lot of like consistency in terms of how the characters look sometimes. Like some of the pages look slightly rushed or not like rushed even, but like just not he doesn't quite nail it from every perspective all the time. And that's not saying anything horrible. It's just like, that's a hard thing to do, But like Rand kind of seems like he shifts ages a lot, especially in the very first chapter, which is the very
Okay,
first
yeah,
issue. So,
I noticed that too, yeah.
there's like a few images where I was like, oh, he
You're
looks a
talking
little
about
older.
Mavis?
Oh, he looks a little younger. There's one
Yeah.
issue in particular where he looks like super baby faced. And I was just like, is that Rand? Or is that some other kid? And I'm like,
This,
no,
Wait,
that's
this
Rand.
one right
Wait,
here?
It changes issue by issue.
This
like-
one?
Scene
No,
by-
just like panel to panel, it's not necessarily super consistent in terms of like
it's not
Uh-huh.
good.
The
the
staying on
turning
top.
of the heads of the characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of. I can pull up the one I'm talking about. It's not in
Okay.
the, it's not in the
Yeah, you got all
prologue.
of them
It's
there.
it's in issue 1. Let me see if I can find it. It's Rand.
I just ordered the book. Don't make me regret it.
Oh no, it's great.
No, yeah, it's really
this
cool.
right here, this bottom left panel. Like, look how baby-faced Rand is laughing with Matt behind the wagon.
Okay,
he looks
yeah,
like
I
he's
remember
4.
Yeah.
And then like the next page, or like this page, like the cover, it's like, oh, he's a tall, thin, lanky. You know what I mean? Kind of.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
He's 20-year-old boy, like our adult.
there's just certain parts that not to knock Chase Connolly.
Wait, that's
'cause
supposed to
I
be from the same.
really
thing?
enjoy. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that issue.
Oh, I'm gonna lose it. I just
But no, it's for the most part it's good. And like for the most part it's consistent. It's just like there is like random panels where like again that lower left one where he's laughing. Look at the panel right above it. They look like teenagers, and then you get to the one where Tam's like looking around the edge of the wagon. They look like, I don't know, 13. Kind of like there's just
Old enough.
just a little things like that. That I was like, okay, it's not mind-blowingly amazing, but like it's still really good, consistent art for the most part.
I don't know how much more you would expect. I guess I wonder what kind of page rate that guy got. Like, has he done anything else?
I don't know.
Is that his first job?
I don't know.
He did comics for erotic literature for a bit. So one of the things, I guess, I will be a complete neophyte.
Well, my question, Jono, was kind of how did you like it not being a comic book reader? How did you enjoy the artwork?
So that was going to be what I was going to say is, again, for those who remember and watched our exciting, struggling journey through the Ultimates, and I realized that I've got my mic further away. Apologies for that. This way you can hear my annoying voice more. That was the first comic books I'd ever read, and also up until now the only. So again, not really my medium necessarily. I don't know why. It's just a comic book guy. Yeah, and that is also 100% correct with Wild Man Wild. It did say the palace still shook occasionally, and I got a little aroused. I didn't quite whatever the fuck happened in that book, but I was close. Yeah, that's right, Daniel Lou. So, to me, it's kind of a weird thing, especially because I'm so intimately familiar with like what's happening in the books. I don't know if you know this. I've read it more than once, and so. What do I fixate on when I've already got so much like what's in my head of what the fuck this looks like? I don't know if I find it distracting or enriching in some ways, but at the same time, I'm very interested in what they chose as a, exposition and the, like dialogue. And that's kind of the question that I think you would ask for Maria is who chose what exposition and dialogue as far as like what to include on each panel and page?
That was
adapted by Chuck Dixon, Jono.
Essentially, Chuck would send us a script, and we'd look at it, and Rand might call Tam Dad, and it's like, no, that's Da, and we might change some little words like that, and it would be like, you left this little bit out and it's going to be important later. So we kind of really need that in. And this part really isn't important later. So you can leave that out and substitute.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
So that's fascinating. It's got to be extremely challenging to a certain extent because you can only do, a certain amount of pages, a certain amount of like exposition in dialogue. And, obviously you're assuming it's going to go all the way through. So like what's important and how do you shave all that done?
Yeah. How are the jerking erect scenes?
Yeah. How many times did someone jerk erect is a wonderful question.
Can't wait to keep reading this. We'll see.
How many times was Jono on the page? I don't know.
It's a great question. It's also one of those, it's an enigma. It's like how many licks to get to the middle of a jerk erect.
So the opposite of how the show did it.
Okay, we can't.
Vince, she's not allowed to answer any of these questions.
Not allowed to laugh. And notice she's straight face.
She's covering her mouth. She's covering her laughter. There's no laughter.
He does a lot of.
Let the record show that Maria did not laugh at that joke.
A lot of license work.
I totally laughed at that joke, and it's funny, but
all right.
Neither one of them is the books. The books are damn near perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
And
also, let the record show that Maria has laughed at my jokes.
Any adaptation is going to lose something somewhere. Comic book or TV/movie from the books.
100%.
But the books will always be there, and they're fabulous. And I love the TV show, and I love the comics. So you can love them all, and you don't have to be snide.
Well, first off, you were 100% with our audience until you said you don't have to be snide. That's all they are. They're very they're a tough
I was actually
group,
talking to you, John, but
Fair enough. I'm actually the one writing all the comments in the stuff
Especially
anyway, so
from
don't
White
worry
Man
about
Wilds. That's Jono's alt account.
Okay.
Joe, he directed 5 episodes of X-Men 97.
that. What year was
Who did?
that?
This guy, the artist,
Chase Conley did?
apparently.
Wow.
Unless I'm looking at the wrong
Pretty
thing.
cool.
Seems
X-Men
pretty
97
similar.
is fantastic, by the way.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing.
I mean, it might.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure that's it. He does a lot of adaptations, like did like a Sonic and Knuckles comic book and stuff like that. So I
Okay.
guess he probably did X-Men animated series comics and
Oh,
Much
I
more.
guarantee you there's a erotic thing called Sonic and Knuckles, but that's different issue.
Interesting. That's a different thing entirely.
Yeah.
sorry, I got completely distracted looking at what this guy's career is just to try to figure it out.
Do you want
previous
to
on
go
X-Men.
through the prologue a little bit, guys, or do you want to keep talking to Maria?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic they chose to do Ravens.
All right, so
I
let's
was
talk
on an
about that. a little
episode of with Jansen and the Leafcast boys a few weeks ago, and Jansen had brought up the Ravens as a conversation topic, and that's one of those things that for me, I don't own the young adult stuff. I've read it once. I think I read it in a Barnes and Noble, the Ravens prologue, and so for me, it's like not really something I'm super familiar with, and so now I'm starting off. There,
I think.
what?
I mean, you're referencing.
yeah.
So Jansen had mentioned something like he had mentioned something that happened like canon wise, and you were like, "Well, that never happens," and he was like, "It does."
I
in
still don't
this."
agree
And you're
with
like,
his-
"Fuck you."
No, I don't agree with what he had said, but he had pulled out from Ravens, and I was like, I'm fine with that being canon. I still don't agree with what he said, though.
Oh yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah. So, but anyway, back on topic. I will not acquiesce.
So the Ravens prologue, before the prologue, we're all more familiar with the with Luce Theron and Ishmael. It's basically just Egwene kind of wandering through the two rivers and kind of seeing the boys as they're young and kind of talking
And
about how she's betrothed to Rand. What's that, Maria?
She's just being Egwene.
Yeah.
Going to be the best water bearer ever, just like she's going to be the best
Yeah.
Merlin
Yeah.
ever. You
Very
know,
conceited. Yeah.
It's very much Egwene.
Do you
Yeah.
think that she was, though? I mean, like, legitimate question, Maria. Do you think she really was that good at bearing water? Like, because there is
She wasn't.
one
She's
of
splashing
these-
it all over the
Oh,
place, Jono. Look at
I
these
don't
pages. Look at these pages.
necessarily-
Just sloshing. Well, look at the water sloshing out there.
like if you go
How
fast
I
forward one or two.
perceive it and how
Yeah.
she perceives it is different. She thought she was
Oh, yeah.
being the best,
Mhm.
but
Oh, so it's like that dance scene in
yeah.
Sunny where they're like at the reunion.
Yes.
Yeah. So this
Such a random
line,
comment.
the first line, well, the third line from McQueen, well, when it was in the first, this one,
mhm.
Yeah.
you pull that up. There's this far below Edmund's Field, halfway to the water, where trees lined the banks of the wine spring water. Beltane was past in summer not far off, and time of shearing is here again. All across the two rivers, herds from all about were brought, and their wool gathered. Egwene was not here to play. So, like, before I read, and then at 9, she was carrying water the first time. But I read that Egwene was not here to play. I'm like, what, dude? What is she gonna do? She's like, that line seemed kind of sinister, didn't it? At first, and until you read, and then she was carrying water. I was like, Egwene was not here to play. She's gonna.
Because she's
fuck
a hard
somebody up.
worker, and she's going to be the best
No, she's
water
gonna
bearer
fuck
you've
somebody
ever
up.
seen.
Okay, yeah. No, that made sense. But when I first read that, I'm like, oh, what is she gonna do? You know?
Yeah, she's
Stab
not here
somebody.
to play. She's going to kick some serious ass.
Yeah, seriously. She's gonna. But then she
Can
never,
we-
and she was talking about the Ravens, and then she went to go find the boys and talk to them about it. But then she got kind of distracted with everything else that was happening, so she never brought up the Ravens that were.
Watching her.
Yeah.
She kind of gets creeped out though later, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah. Yes, 100%. Yeah. Can we go even further back?
Nope.
Did you notice that
Further
there was
back
an
to-
introduction? There's an introduction
Yeah.
from Robert Jordan about the entire Wheel of Time, which
I
Yes.
didn't get a picture of that, but yeah, it's
that's
awesome.
actually really
look at
cool.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could.
It was
by the way,
interesting.
giant
It's very
spoiler.
succinct. I was amazed.
Yeah.
But it explains it in a very like approachable manner, like kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
like
like
I don't know.
it's
It's an interesting introduction because it's like you can tell it's almost. I mean, I assume he wrote it for this, but like you can tell it's sort of for a different audience kind of thing. You know, does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like
Exactly.
having read the books, you're just like he would never. Not he would never, but like it feels like he's not talking down to the audience, but kind of just like broadening it for a wider audience that might not know who the fuck any of these people are, or what this or what
Hey,
the world is.
that's
or
right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to go back to even before Queen does some stuff.
What do y'all think
we'll
about
find her
Tam's
next
story in the Ravens?
Mm.
Okay,
Okay, in New
you want to talk about
Spring,
Tam's?
the
Yes.
same as in this. So
Oh,
he did
okay.
it
Okay.
way back when we were first starting
I
this.
have the other. Where are the
adventure.
other volumes? Yeah, that's two. I wonder if it's in the
you
beginning
looking
of
for,
just
Joe?
everything. I'm just checking volume 2 to see if it was like if it's just yeah, they did. Okay. Oh wait, never mind. That says what came before. All right, never mind. It's just in volume 1. Well, I only checked volume 2, but you know.
So as was asked there, what do you guys think about Tam's
What
story
do I
in Raven?
think about Tam's story?
Well,
I mean, I can
let's
pull
back up. So where they go, and Joe, do you have? I think you've got this. Let me find which. I think it's page 15 on mine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that one? It'll say 15 at the bottom right. It's.
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, I can't see the page numbers. What page is it,
I
John?
think that would it'd be one before where you were, what you were just showing us. One before it. I just need your
This one?
help. One before. So go.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
No, maybe one more before that. Sorry, I apologize.
And that's it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. It is one before that.
Yeah. All right. So how do you pronounce at the top left of the second frame here, on the one on the right? How do you pronounce the widow? What?
Anal.
What?
Oh my god.
What is it, Maria?
Anal.
Uh-huh,
It's the
yeah.
widow
Yeah,
anal. Obviously, John.
Thank you. I didn't expect Maria to chime in. I was trying to bait Joe as I try to do twice a week.
She knew that was coming. Are you kidding? She was ready
Yeah.
for it.
Everyone knows when anal is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should always be ready for anal. Otherwise, bad surprises happen. Make that a lesson for all of you.
Anyway, the kids, the sheep are being sheared, or I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're shearing the sheep. They're just like corralling them, maybe. But like the kids are at least. But like basically, one of the younger kids comes up and says like, "Hey, you guys need to come over here. Like the mayor wants to talk to you." And he calls out Matt for some reason, which I thought was interesting. He's like, "The mayor wants to talk to you." And he's like, "What? Why?
Am I in trouble?
What have I done?" Just immediately like, "Am I in trouble?" Which I loved. But they start to ask, like, he starts to tell them, like, "Oh, you've been working hard. I'm going to tell you a story." And then he's like, "Never mind, Tam. Why don't you tell it?" But yeah, like this is the Tam story.
So this is a bit of a bait and switch, which I kind of enjoyed. So the background here is Bran has actually promised a story for the kids' work, and then says, "quote I don't know any damn stories," and then throws it right over.
Well, they
Rand's,
request stories about like Trollocs and a false dragon and Aes Sedai and Waters, and he's like, "Well, I don't know any stories like that. Those aren't the kind of stories I have." But like Tam might, like that's why he gives it to Tam, because he's
what
just
stories
like,
would Bran have told?
He's worldly. He's been around.
Yeah.
He has a heron marked sword.
I
There
mean,
you go. So he's got
we don't
twice-
know
he's
that
got
yet.
some stories.
Spoilers.
Jesus, Maria. People hasn't. I haven't
Spoilers for
read
the
this.
the world.
I haven't read this comic.
Tam's got a hair mark sword. Jeez. The actual story. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't really. I mean, I guess he tells a story. He kind of just tells a vague history. I don't know if it's like a specific story. He's just kind of like.
It's the strike at Shale Goal, right?
Yeah, essentially. But it's also sort of. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
Maria, was the first edition of the Strike at Shale Goal, was that in the big white book? Like, the World of the Wheel of Time, or did that come out somewhere else?
I believe it was in the Balticon program. I've forgotten what year. It was before I was really involved. But
It's impressive you remember any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Seriously.
somebody asked me what I did at my job a year ago, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
no, if I were at work, I could look it up like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't.
Oh, maybe we
keep
should
that
start
for my
drinking during the
tab-
day. Yeah. So he wrote the Strike at Shale Goal for Balticon, which I'm going to only assume is a convention in Baltimore.
I believe that's correct.
The idea that like someone would write what became, not became, but what was, canonical for just a convention, it feels so weird considering, I don't know if you know this, he hasn't really published much in the last few years. So it's just kind of like utterly incredible that he would just write that. That's one of the things that's really fucking cool about like the body of the Wheel of Time, is that where some of these pieces came from and just what he would do.
Well, I was reading about the comic today, and I came across a piece where somebody was asking him, why he wrote New Spring, the prequel. And he said, well, Robert Silverberg just happened to ask him for a story just as he was finishing up the notes on how Moraine and Lan met. And he thought it would be kind of fun to expand that. So he agreed to do the story.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
1996 was the Strike at Shale Ghul.
Okay.
Balticon. Also, Balticon feels like it should come back more as a term, because that's actually like delightfully serious and funny at the same time.
I think I'm saying right.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Baltimore Con. Yeah.
Was it
Balticon.
the full Strike at Shale Goal, or did he augment it for the World of the Wheel of Time, or what?
Okay. He wrote it first for the program.
Okay.
And he would do that occasionally, because I was just discussing with our editor at Tor. Jim wrote a piece for another program about Tom Doherty and how wonderful he was. And somehow he didn't quite make the deadline, maybe. And it didn't get printed, but I think Dragon Mount put it up for Tom Doherty's 90th birthday. But he would write things like that. And then after that, he was working on the world of Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time. And it got
Taffy singing?
incorporated differently.
And that's another thing we're going to cover eventually, is the World of the Wheel of Time, because that thing is like, to my mind, that came out between books 7 and 8. I utterly adore that fucking thing. My pages are not crusty, but torn from a very similar activity. I don't know. It's just, there was so much like information in it, maps and all that shit, that like, to me, like, just didn't
Oh,
exist.
Jono likes maps?
What are the odds, right? And like, it really just kind of like,
such a thing.
through the dimensions of the world we knew, like, to another echelon, and I really, really enjoyed it. And even though certain pieces of the art, they're lampoonable, they're still funny, and they're still like good to look at, though. So I love all of it.
That is
I guess
actual Wheel of Time thing I really worked on, because the index came in to be proofed, and Jim and Harriet had guests coming in, and Jim kind of is like, could you proof this for us? And I was like, sure, give me it. And I did it. And afterwards he was like, wow, you did a really good job. And that's when he started really letting me into the editing side.
That's cool,
Oh, okay.
Maria.
so. That was your first
Interesting.
thing, really. Like again, I treasure that thing. I've got 2 copies right over here. A buddy of mine gave it to me for like a second version for like a wedding gift. Like, and which I was like, I already got one, but thank you. I'll take another.
Do you have an ARC?
Do I have what?
The ARC, the advanced, well, whatever it's called.
I've got one of them,
Advanced
not for
reader
that.
copy?
No, I do not have the advanced reader copy for that. No.
Because it's really funny. Because the picture of Perrin's wife to be, for her name, it said Basile.
Oh, easy.
no.
Fuck yeah.
And it's like, oh, that bitch ain't easy. I love that one.
I'm going to change her name to that. Facile is a wonderful name and also rhymes
That's the
with
title of the
grandmother.
episode.
Yeah,
So Maria went from editing porn to editing people being spanked.
that's correct.
Yeah, basically.
Excuse me. My first porn book, there were people being spanked. So no, I just
Yeah, there you
a lot of people
Yeah.
spanked.
It's a lateral move.
Yeah.
To only being spanked.
Nope. There was piss. If you read things closely, there's piss play in the Wheel of Time
Her
too.
name
Yeah.
was an axe wound.
Whoever made that joke at one point was aggressive.
There was a
By
theory
the way-
that Teresa Patterson was not real, that it was there's a pattern, son. Was Teresa Patterson a real
Very
person?
real. Yes, indeed.
The best part is the follow-up comment. You could post that one about Chuck again.
Yeah, went full circle, jerk.
Uh,
I do like the panel of Tam's story, just because it goes from, regular lighting, they're all on the field, to
Yeah.
they're lit with blue light, and he's telling them the story, and like,
The color palette's
It's-
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I like
this is
it.
really
But
like-
also the lighting from the story is like hitting Tam, like front lighting him in that second page, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's weirdly awesome to me for some reason. I'm like, I really like that. The story he's telling is lighting him while he's
That
telling
kind of
the story.
reminded me of like when Galadriel, she's telling Frodo the story about
yeah.
like why she doesn't take the ring. And she's like, and then she's like, it would be a queen, a dark queen. And it turns like the blue and like the contrast like that. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it just for a second, it kind of, because at first it's just all beautiful.
Because
and-
Tam is kind of
Yeah.
creepily lit while he's telling
Yeah.
him about the strike at show goal. But
I
again,
think that
I
this
really
is-
like the touch of just the lighting hitting him from this, even from the first page. It's like the lighting from the story behind him, all the red
Yeah.
light is hitting his back, and then when it flips to the kids, all the lighting from the story is hitting his front. So like, it's
I think the
kinda
Trollocs
fun.
yeah,
cool.
it's super cool.
This to me is like some parts of comic book imagery I'm not really fully into, but this like massive amount of like shit you can draw, like foreground, background, I think is really fucking interesting. And like that's like, oh, that's a visual medium I appreciate. I'd rather read the book, but I think it's a really cool way of conveying a message.
You mean like, did you like how the Trollocs were like, they were literally half man, half beast? Like the lower
Kinda
half
like
was like a
almost sewn
muzzle, and
together.
then their eyes were
Yeah.
like skin. And
In
there's
this
a
they look more
human eyes.
blended, but in the later issues, or rather after in chapter 1 or chapter 3, when Nargan, the whole Winter's Night thing happens, they seem almost like there's a more of a direct split, like they're almost like sewn together.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
We were really, really working hard to get them the way they were supposed
The
to
Trollocs, yeah.
be. Mhm.
That's
That's
got to be
awesome.
something that's like everyone has a different fucking image. Of
Gotta
it.
run.
Oh,
Bye,
good
Tommy.
night, Tommy Bear.
Good to see you,
Bye,
Maria.
Tom.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night, Tom.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.
Tom, take your shirt off. Oh,
Oh, you got to ask him before. As soon as he starts waving, you got to ask him.
take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Because
I don't write drawings.
Oh,
Damn it.
that's very relevant to my name tonight.
Like X-Men.
What was I gonna say? Oh, but like everyone has a different opinion of what a Trolloc needs to look like, which fair enough, right? I don't.
Mhm.
One of the things I love about reading versus seeing this medium sometimes, or seeing the things, is you can stick with what's in your own head. Like you don't have to
Yeah.
see someone else's interpretation, but at the same time, you don't want to convey the wrong impression. So like really getting as close to what the words say without it being too prescriptive has to be a very like difficult dance, like the Sassara.
Yeah.
More difficult than the Sassara.
Oh,
Because it's almost impossible to get it right. I mean, Jim worked so hard with so many people drawing Trollocs. I'm
Would
sorry.
this have been hard to put in the show? I guess I don't know if he's talking about Tam's story specifically with the strike a child goal or just the Ravens prologue as a whole, but
It's an interesting,
I mean, the Ravens prologue would have been more difficult just in terms of you have to cast younger actors that like resemble the older actors because these are all kids, you know.
Yeah.
Kids are stupid.
Kids are dumb. Kids are scared of the park.
Yeah.
Maria not so laugh at those jokes.
But I actually kind of I really like from a narrative perspective of like the intro that's there from Jordan to the Ravens. I guess a question for you, and I know how Maria's going to vote because she gave the thumbs up on this, but would you have put the 3,000 years ago prologue first or the Ravens prologue first? I think, oh
yeah, that was an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Like, why not do the Luce Theron prologue like normal and then stick Ravens after it, Jono? Is that what you're saying? And then that rolls into the story? Yeah.
And that was never going to happen because the original book, we weren't going to split by sticking the new part in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
The original book was saying the original book. We could put this before, we could put it after, we put it before.
Yeah,
right.
Gotcha. You would never put prologue part 2. It would be Ravens, then prologue.
Yeah.
And blasphemy.
And sorry, the way the original prologue, Drag 'Em Out, went into, the road with the mirror draw and the peach brandy was, I'm sorry. I think it's damn near perfect. So
I love it.
Anything in there.
You will get 0 argument from here.
You're getting no pushback.
Yeah. If anything,
Glenn asked, "Has Maria seen a good drawing of the Stone of Tyr?" This is a weird debate that we've had on this show many times.
That's a good question.
we don't think it's ever been depicted well. Or I mean, maybe it has. We haven't seen it. There's a lot of Maria. There's a lot to fill you in a little tiny bit. There's a lot of the international covers that have like the Stone of Tyr on it, maybe, and stuff like that. Not necessarily the Heart of the Stone.
Really?
Like Derek
I
and
don't
Sweet.
think I've ever seen an international cover.
You've seen them all.
Oh, what? You've never seen the international cover?
They're all in the parlor at Harriet's house.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, that's. Remember, so years and years ago, everybody, Maria invited us over to the house, and when she showed me that wall of books, I was just like,
it's fucking amazing.
New artwork. I was just like looking at every cover. I spent like 30 minutes just like pulling books off the shelves, like looking at every single cover I could look at it, just be like, it's not Daryl K. Sweet. It's somebody else drawing the art. Like I want to see this. And you were having a great time just pulling off the weirder ones. Like, what about this one? Like this one's weird.
The Cyril D. Queet ones were amazing.
Yeah.
This sounds amazing. Yeah.
I think I have seen a Stone of Tyr I liked, but I don't remember any details at this point.
Yeah, or where that was.
Right, exactly. Because
like
I know I have seen some, and it's like that's not the Stone of Tyr.
We were deep diving it relatively recently, and I thought I found like maybe I think it was a German copy of book 3. I don't even remember, but it was just like because those were split into like smaller parts.
Right.
So it was like part 4 of like, the Dragon Reborn or something, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I can't even remember which book it was representing, but I remember seeing one and going like, okay, I kind of like that one, kind of thing. But
that'd be cool if you guys are talking about the same one. It kind of adds to the mystery of the search for the good visual
the search for the perfect Stone of Tyr.
Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to go and pull out all the German book 3s from the shelf and look at the cover.
Yeah, yay. Thank you, Maria.
And you're going to be like, it's not book 3. Joe's an idiot. And then you're going to start pulling all the books down.
No.
Technically, it'd be book 6 in Germany.
Book 3. Because that's...
It might be. It might be.
It could be 6 or 7, I guess. Yeah. Because they split them in 2, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't know. Like different international copies split it into different parts, right? Like book 3 might have been split into 4 parts in Germany,
Right.
but like split into 2 parts somewhere else, kind of thing.
This makes me want to just get drunk and yell about things, and like just like how many like
He was
weird...
stoned and really high on a cliff.
God damn it!
Didn't Jono say he saw a great shot of the stoner from a high cliff? Oh man.
But just like all like it's got the weird eccentricities of working at Bandersnatch from such a strange time too, of like slowly the internet becoming a foundational piece of how things go, and like it's just there's just got to be such a weird change as like what your job is and what it became, and then of course morphed into even like to a greater extent, because again 30 years later you're still here talking about Wheel of Time, which I don't think you expected. So it's just got to be like a
It's
bizarre.
actually, it's very bizarre, and it's 29 years, 6 months, and 22 days. Not 30 quite yet.
Well, my apologies. So you started, I guess, on January 1st?
31st.
31st. Oh, sorry. I forgot what month it was. But yes. All right. Well, then we know what we're doing on January 31st.
We're having a
We're
party
going to get
for
really
Maria.
drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, for you
But,
too. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
It's been
1 week.
I fell into the clover is the only thing I can say. I had no idea what I was getting into, where I was going. I was working 12 hours a week, answering fan mail and doing filing. And here I am. And
Here you are.
Hanging out with these idiots.
Yeah.
And me, of course.
yeah, well, we have
Shouldn't
to
that
make
be
some penance
like,
for our great luck.
I love that. I think Joe just offended or just dared to trash talk Taffy Bennington.
Just for a second.
Everybody knows. Everyone knows I'm a dick. It's fine. Especially
Wait,
Maria.
That's me.
Every
I
time
am
I've hung
too.
out with Maria and we're drinking and talking, she's like, "Taffy, you're such a dick." And
You're
I'm like,
such a dick, Taffy.
I
know.
never say that. You saved my life at the Jordan Con when the temperature fell and I didn't have anything warm, and you loaned me a scarf so I didn't die.
A scarf.
and that's how we found out we have the same favorite color, right?
Right?
That beautiful dark deep sea teal color, the best color in the world, and we both
Guess
love
what?
it.
Maria
best
calls me
color
a
in the
dick all the
world.
time.
I
Huh?
know.
That's true.
It is true. Yeah.
Every once in a while, Maria will come over to me like, "Save me from Jono," and I'm like, "I can't do that."
No one can be
Also, my
saved
wife
from
will say
No one
time.
can
that.
do
My
that.
parents, my cats, a lot of fucking people.
My husband.
All right, so
No.
Ravens
Otto's
wraps
stuck
up with
me. Oh yeah, back to the point.
the
here.
kids going back to work, and instead of following the boys again because she doesn't want to be noticed by Rand that she's been walking around behind him the whole time.
Oh yeah.
She noticed the Ravens all kind of taken off, and then one specific one over here on the right page is still staring at her, which creeps her out.
I love the fact that the Ravens actually are looking at her, because one of my favorite creepiest things in the entire series is still that part in book 1 when they're cresting the hills over and over, and the Ravens kill that fox, and as they're getting closer to Archer Hawkley statue in the steading. Yeah. So the fact that Egwene sees it, because she's the one who's creeped the fuck out more perhaps than even Perrin, perfect for her. Who doesn't call Jono a dick? Well, my wife says I'm a pussy. I never
I'm sorry, that just was
Oh,
funny.
cool.
Thank you.
Color of the Wakan shirts were supposed to be?
Uh-oh.
Do better, Wakan.
What happened?
They were very navy.
Was this prologue before Issue was released for his 40 years?
No. Wait, are we talking about the Ravens?
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been, right? The kids are only 10-ish.
Well, okay.
13-ish.
I guess.
So I
This
guess
was
there's two
released-
questions. This was 8 years before, because she's 9.
Well, actually, there's a little bit of an error
Supposed to be 10.
about age in the Ravens.
Ah.
Not sure
Because
I
it's supposed to
ever
be
got
10 years before, right?
fixed. It's not long before.
Don't make her
Okay.
make a continuity call on live stream.
Yeah, I
Well.
don't have my main.
Maria, now this is live to the internet, so you better get this right.
Oh my god.
What was the name? No, I'm kidding. All right. Well, now we get to Jono's favorite line ever in all of the books. The palace still
Maria,
shook
could you do me a
occasionally.
favor? Could
Yes.
you read it at the top right? If you could zoom in for me, Joe, because it's
can't
my
zoom in.
favorite line.
There's no zoom.
Oh, damn it!
She's got the book.
Hang
The
on.
first line in the entire book, the
Well,
entire
of the-
series.
Page
the official
25.
I'm almost there. It is 23.
Now you sound like me.
This color scheme is fantastic.
Damn it, Jono.
The palace still shook occasionally as the earth rumbled in memory.
Yep,
That's the
that's
one.
it.
That's it. That was perfect.
I like how you read it like a question.
But she didn't know what I wanted to hear. A lot of women are like that. Yeah, absolutely. I get it wrong technically every time because just drink a lot, get confused. But
We all have
that-
questions about the age of consent. God damn it.
that-
I think
Um,
I what? Oh, yeah, okay. Was sooner, according to when Alvarian took over the head of the Black Aja. Okay.
So I forget the cadence. Like to go back to the Ashamil question, I forget the cadence with which he was actually out. And if it was really like every 40, or was it kind of more haphazard? Because it feels
Yeah, I
very
never. I
convenient.
didn't think it was like linear or like repeatable in that way. I thought it was just like it just happened. Like he would suddenly be out for X amount of time and then, you know. However, the Dark One's seals loosening made that work.
Yeah, if there's enough oil on that kind of thing.
Yeah,
the
you never know.
seals Really, yeah. So
40
yeah,
years
we are
every
with-
1,000 years. Okay.
Here we are.
Here we are.
The actual prologue.
Yeah.
I was
The
a little
actual-
disappointed. None of these people looked like Max Powers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Also, I mean,
I
he
see.
could have
no
gotten a
Billy
lot
Zane.
closer to a Billy Zane resemblance for a
Yeah.
shaman.
And I'm well aware that one of these came in 2015, the other one came often and early. That's me. But like, it's not. It's still a little disappointing. That looks nothing like Max Powers.
I don't know. It's not bad.
It's not.
The Shamiel doesn't look anything like Billy Zane, but it's not bad. I was giving Chase Conley a little shit for not being super consistent, but when he does have time and slows down, like there's some shot, like it's a shot of Senbui's face, like it's an up close shot of Senbui, and
Yes.
I was like, that looks amazing. Like
Yeah,
there's so
I
many,
know it-
there's a lot of really good, like facial expressions, and that being said, I mean, again, the lack of consistency with the boys as they're like aging and de-aging throughout that first issue. Still, like when he stops and focuses on like facial expressions and like what's going on with them, it always looks really good.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
but again, like there's that one panel with Senbui, but we'll
I know what you're
presumably
talking
we
about.
might get there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
We'll
that.
see if we get there. It's 10 o'clock already, so we'll see.
But the rest of the prologue, like, I mean, there's a lot of emotion here in the facial expressions.
For
I mean, I'm
sure.
going to skip to this one real fast just to highlight on the left here,
Okay.
Luce Theron with calling the lightning down, or
Yeah,
it looks awesome.
it really
Like he
does.
genuinely looks like in anguish, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool stuff there. But
And
yeah,
if
what
you go back
is
to
there a
that
part
one-
of the actual prologue that stood out to you, Jono?
Honestly, so like the bodies everywhere is definitely, I think, really cool. It's not quite, again, maybe it's not quite fair, but I always think about how like some of them are like twisted into the stone, melted into the walls, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And clearly that's not conveyed, and I don't know, maybe that's more disgusting or more difficult. Because right now they're just butchered on a stairwell, and who
They seem
hasn't
to,
done
yeah,
that?
they seem to be butchered and crushed, kind of mostly, I think. But like, but that being said, Jono, you were talking about earlier, like what exposition is pulled out and what's not. And I love the
Yeah.
struck down in attempted flight by the lightning that had flashed down every corridor or seized by
Yeah.
fires that had stalked them.
Yeah.
And yeah, the
love that
visuals
line.
isn't like showing burned bodies and stuff like that, but
No.
I like that they certainly pulled out.
Lightning going down the fucking hallways is awesome. Also, we get to see a little bit, and I can't remember which line it is.
Is it this one?
Luz Theron
no, yeah,
really
it's
is kind of a bit of a dick. If you notice, like on his like things I'll miss, it's family, servants, friends. The fact that servants is number 2, it's a little upsetting to hear. Maybe he's insane, and
I
that's
think
why.
he's upset that the servants are dead because they were just there and weren't part of the conflict.
Nope, I think he's upset because he'd really like.
Nah, you're right. He's an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why I tried to cover that up.
Yeah, thank you.
He says, "My children, my servants, all my beloved kin, and sworn friends." You have to swear friends with him.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
can't-
he
you
was
can't
really-
be
He swears
friends
everyone.
with Luz Theron.
Yeah.
Maybe servants is a word for best friends for him.
Or
Yeah, that's
blowjob.
bad. Servants means best friends. We
Yeah,
all
I
know
mean,
that.
they're at his house all the time. They give him
Yeah.
food.
Ew.
They wash
I
his
start calling my wife.
They
my
watch
servant.
his butt.
Powers. Did you mean Max Ryan, or did I miss something? He's absolutely talking about Max Ryan. Max
Oh,
Powers.
did
by
I
the way.
switch Max Powers?
I knew what you guys were talking about.
Who's Max Powers?
Max Powers is when Homer Simpson tries to come up with an alias. An ancient episode of The Simpsons.
What's happening in my head?
He's like, he looks over at something that says Max, and he looks over at like a hairdryer, and he's like, Max Power. You remember that, Jono, because we were making fun of that when we talked about Winter Dragon. Winter
Jesus
Dragon?
Christ.
Winter Dragon? I don't know. I don't know what's
Winter.
going
Yeah. Maria, you look like you've got something to say other than your extreme disappointment in me.
No, I'm basically kind of, it's past my bedtime and I'm tired.
Oh, it's time.
Thank you for
Maria?
coming.
Maria, we love
Maria.
you. Thank you.
And if you're
Yeah.
interested, we're going to be covering these comics for a little while. So if you want to come back and
Yeah, pop
and
back
talk
on
to
in
us
like
more,
6
that'd be
episodes.
really
Come
cool.
on in like a couple months.
Whenever
We're
you
gonna get
want.
to
or next week, because
That
I
would be
like
great.
Every
hanging out with you. If you can come back, that would be really great.
And I love hanging out with you. And I almost hate to say this in public where people can hear me, but I love y'all too.
Oh,
love you.
thanks, Maria. Maria
love
Simmons,
you.
everybody.
Yay, Maria!
Bye.
Bye.
Maria, thanks
see
for
you
coming on.
later.
See you,
I
Maria.
just have to figure out how to turn it off.
I'll just hit
See you
leave.
later. Have a
Been
good
there.
night.
Oh, I can read you another thing from Bukowski. That turns women off immediately.
Here, I'll
Oh,
put
there
Maria
it goes.
backstage while she's
Perfect timing.
figuring out.
Amazing.
I just put her backstage while she's figuring out how to leave.
That's
All right.
really really
Um,
cool. She's so fun to
Goddamn.
hang out with. I love
She
it.
is
Thank
fit.
you
Yeah,
for
Maria's the
coming.
best.
Also, if
Maybe
you don't
she'll
go to
come
a
next
con, Wheel of Time driven con, and don't hang out with Maria, you're fucking up. Like, oh, I live in Australia. Well, that's your fault. Because she's at Jordan Con, WatCon, and she's incredible to hang out with.
Really?
She's so approachable, fun, and I think she may have more fun at cons than most people do.
Yeah.
Because she'll just flit from like wherever to wherever. Smoking, drinking, like being as
You know,
like,
she
just honest as
mentioned
can
it
be.
when she was talking about WatCon and how she wanted to try to talk to every single person, but she really
Yeah.
does do that.
She really
Yeah,
fucking
she
does.
totally does.
Until like I start hanging out with her, then she's just with me the whole time.
That's
Or until I start hanging out with her and she goes to bed immediately.
And then she just runs away immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to this comic here. If you could, Joe.
Well, hold on. Let
I
me
think
catch
that-
up on comments for a second. There's a
All right.
lot. There's
Well,
been a lot.
all right. Then Taffy and I, we had a long discussion.
Oh,
did
they're
you
still
think
talking
of-
about Ishii and getting out. Ishii had just been released about 6 to 8 years before Rand, after Rand was born. Okay.
okay.
Who controlled the Ravens? Interesting.
Technically, I mean, who needs to control the Ravens?
I don't know. I mean, like in the Ravens prologue, they only discuss the Ravens as like the Dark One's eyes, but I mean,
The
obviously
Ravens
he's not like
report
quite
back
touching the
to
world
Mirjal.
yet. So
I don't think that anyone needs to control ravens necessarily, because they like.
Well, somebody put a comment earlier that said only the Forsaken can control the ravens. So I don't know if that's true or where that was, or if that was.
I love that
where
shot
that was read
of when.
or.
I think I'm jumping ahead. But it was the raven. She like chucks the rock at it, and
Wait, I'm high.
it just ducks out of the way.
That's later on.
Yeah, that's later on. But that
Whenever Alvarian took over as the head of the Black is when he popped out because he killed the prior leader for killing all those lucky children.
That's not when Alvarian took over as head. That's when what's her name took over, who's Red Ajah. Alvarian took over later.
Galena?
Yeah, Galena. Thank you. So
Yeah.
that's New Spring. It's one of the things that like New Spring to some certain extent is kind of divorced from like what we all give a shit about. But at the same time, like there's so much weird, cool shit.
Maybe
on...
he was really hungry. They're talking about him mentioning the servants. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay,
there you go.
okay.
Or whatever would I? Whatever would I ever do without my servants?
Is that Luce Theron? Is that a direct quote?
Servants of all?
Yeah, there you go. And maybe
You have to make your friends swear after a trip to Vegas. That's true. I mean, not true.
Or a trip to Vegas. That's penis.
No mention of Luce's sex slaves. Well, I mean,
this is servants. Come on, Beach.
You can't talk about all that.
Maybe.
Oh, thanks,
What do you
Maria.
think this
Hi, Maria.
down on his knees pose is? That's him talking about his sex stuff.
Oh,
Maria
okay,
was-
yeah.
Mr. Plow.
I like how they made Anna like kind of glowy, like an angel.
So when Joe's finally caught up with everything, I'd like to talk about Ileana's rack.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's quite impressive.
It is.
It's really,
Yeah.
it's mostly everybody just talking about how amazing Maria is, and I can't
Yeah.
disagree.
So I know in no way will Joe appreciate the fact that I'm going to try to put this on in front again. But this bottom one, if you notice,
Why
so
are
we
you
got-
doing that? Just wait till I
Okay.
can hold the picture.
Then just fucking hurry it up.
No, Jono
what
was
do you wanna
mixing up
say
the Red
about that
Aja
one?
leader. Oh, wait, did we
I
already
mean, it
correct
could
that, or
be
was I
Galena,
wrong?
but at the same time, Alviran has not been ahead of the.
Now I'm thinking about Billy Zane having a tea party by himself, pretending his teddy bears are his staff.
Now that's canon.
Alviran was above Galena. Oh, yeah. But at that time?
Well, it's because Galena was too busy managing her caravan.
All right, we're pretty caught up. We're pretty caught up. All right, where are we at? This one on his knees, John?
Oh shit! Alviran
Yeah.
became head of the Black Ajah in 983. All right, my deepest rectal apologies.
What are you upset about?
That's deep.
Ileana having
No,
large
I am
breasts?
no way upset. Next page. Next page. No, I guess
That
still
table?
next page.
No,
No.
still next
That's
page.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Okay, yeah. So bottom left. I love the fact that if you look right here, so we got Ileana's mouth.
Yeah.
Right on.
Her breasts are
his
sticking
dick.
into the panel. Is that what you're saying?
And her tits sticking up, and like her tongue is right where his taint would be.
Also, full
it's a
page.
Maybe
Oh,
it's
okay.
her chin. Her chin is on his nuts, actually.
Yeah, his chin. Yeah,
Well,
her chin's
technically,
resting.
his nuts are on her chin, which is the way it
Oh.
should be.
Okay.
Is Maria still in the back? Just watching.
No.
Meanwhile, on the next page,
what do you think
we
about
have a
this?
bukkake.
Well, yeah, that's like the worst panel of this entire prologue, and I'm like that's a shame because, again, I've referenced this earlier with a Senbui drawing, but he does really good drawings of like
Yeah.
up closes on their close-ups on their faces and stuff, and like I was just like, that's weak. It doesn't look like the previous panels. It doesn't look like him throughout the rest of the prologue. I'm just like,
I'm not.
I mean, there's a
into
vague
the
resemblance
artwork.
there.
I'm not into the artwork for anything Ishamael. Like to me, it's just like it
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
do
kind
it
of-
for me.
Meh.
It looks like a bad Snape.
Well, this is Elon Tedronai.
You like more in Pedrai?
Morin Tedronai.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not how I see some of the characters, but at the same time, like there's a lot of facial reactions until that bukkake gone wrong, which by the way is also a website. What a what a website. I think I would watch that, yeah. See, Tea Party. Yeah, there you go. I again
Is Luce there and Telemon wearing a Batman buckle there?
maybe that's why he's
Now I
upset.
need-
His
now I
Alfreds,
need to
his
see.
servants aren't there.
I mean, there is a shape on there. I don't think it's a belt buckle.
It looks like two ravens.
I mean, it is a belt buckle. I mean, it's not a Batman.
It looks like two ravens flying toward each
It
other.
does look like some. It's definitely mirrored, obviously, but like I don't know. It does look like a bird of some sort, maybe.
Maybe.
That's blurred. I can't see that.
What do you think
Shit.
about his yin yang nipples?
I don't mind that. I remember when
Very
this comic
balanced.
came out, I was kind of like, I feel like Luce Theron is like weirdly elaborately dressed, but at the same time, you're like, oh, it's the Age of Legends. I guess it makes sense, you know, like kind of thing. I
Yeah.
didn't like
He was
love.
elaborately dressed. Like he was talking about like gripping certain pieces of his clothing, but also is covered in like dirt and grime and blood and cum.
Everyone knows Lana's Batman.
Yes.
Like so, I'm not upset with his. It's not really how I saw the outfit
It
personally.
looks like Magikarp.
Oh my god, it does.
Luce Theron has a Pokemon belt buckle. Okay, all right.
Okay.
I buy it. I see it. This one's more detailed. Yeah, okay.
But then once we get to the end of it, like for me, all of a sudden, like this really jumps up a notch. Like I like where we start, a little disappointed. Like where it ends a lot though. And we've got this like hemorrhoidal rectum of Dragon Mount at the end. Like that's actually live scene from what's going on with
Yeah.
Tom. That's why I had to sign off.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Is that
Yeah,
from the
of course.
butthole cam?
Yeah.
What do you think about Ishmael's gateway with the elaborate
It's pretty cool.
Well,
thing
that-
around the
And it
outside?
looks
Shamael.
doesn't the drawing there look hyper realistic? The detail on
Yeah,
him?
it's pretty cool.
that shouldn't
the
be a
co-
Shamael's. That should be.
Well, he's leaving, and he traveled. Oh,
Yeah,
is that?
well,
oh, no, you're right. No, sorry.
Yeah, that's
I
he being.
totally. Yeah,
you know.
that's Lucer and Terran.
Lose,
I think it's really
lose.
it's a little evocative of what you could kind of imagine for the Ways gateway. It's not quite obviously,
Okay.
but like to a certain extent, like it's got filigree and that type of shit around it. Again, not what I see, but at the same time, it's very pretty, and I don't have a problem with that as imagery.
Voice chat after the show, anyone?
You guys doing like weird porn shit?
Did we do
afterwards?
Discord? Did we do? You want to do Discord tonight? Sure, why not?
Sure, why
with
not?
a CH?
Is the Bolt Hook Cam on MySpace? I might make an account.
Find
it
out on
is.
MySpace. You
You
got to
gotta go to
subscribe to find
MySpace.
out, man.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, find out on myspace.com/tWoTcast.
Yeah, why, man? Make an account so you gotta. If you want to keep up on the latest news of everything, I mean that's
Yeah, the
just
news
where
space for all your Wheel of Time news is myspace.com/tWoTcast,
you want
myspace.com/Tom
to know
and
what's
Taffy.
going on at all.
Of course.
You gotta go there.
I don't
That's where
think I've
it's at.
ever seen a more seamless. Taffy starts one word of it, and Joe instantly is just like, "Bam!" Ribbon at the bottom.
You know what?
like, it's
You know what
instant.
makes me laugh about it? Because Taffy's laughing so hard about it. That's why I'll never stop that
It's
bit.
Someone pointed out last week. I don't. Who was that? I'm sorry if I forgot who was. That we immediately all start talking over each other as soon as we start talking about MySpace.
It's true. It's true.
We just stop talking.
It's deeply ironic. MySpace. No one gets MySpace. It's
Yeah.
all
Oh, okay.
yeah.
But butthole. All right.
But
Yeah.
but butthole.
Like the 60s? No.
Oh, yeah. It does kind of look like
Um,
that.
What do you think about Dragon Mount being made? It does. I mean, I know it's the start, but it's just a little tiny rock coming out. Well, I mean, we don't know how far out that camera is. I guess.
Yeah, it's
Oh, right.
underwhelming. It's underwhelming to me.
A little bit.
Yeah. Like Luce Theron could have been standing. Like they've got him. Why they're giving him these two frames at the bottom left, which are actually the same
forgive
idea,
me.
but same idea, but two different colors to kind of give.
Well,
it
it
weird
looks like
framing.
so he's just like the show. Like I think he's weaving different like elements or like weaves of the pattern or weaves of the one
Yeah.
power, and then making whatever lightning bolt / I don't know. I always imagined it via the book. I always thought of it as like a straight beam of light coming down kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
you'd
I
see
love
in
the
a
theories that he
Independence Day
himself too. Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, like an yeah.
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 But
Welcome to
I
Earth,
mean,
he punches
artistically,
the
I
alien.
like the arcing lightning shape of it. So, I mean, like, I can't, like, I'm not going to be like, how dare he not do a giant beam of light coming down?
And I think
But,
fair
you know.
enough, because like a giant beam of light looks like he's beaming himself to like 3,000 years forward. Like that doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't quite hit home. Like to me, like some of the weakest imagery.
I like the last page of the
Yes,
prologue.
but
I mean,
I
that
think
looks
that
pretty astounding as Drag 'Em Out has just been, like, birthed, and it's still, like, Captain Fire and fuck. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, it's throwing up, I guess, volcanic semen, which is lava.
And Ishmael just fades away.
Yeah, I don't love that. But I think that the weakest imagery for me, like as far as we've gotten, is actually the two prologues. Like as far like in aggregate, and maybe that's just because this like the next one, once we actually get into like the book proper, is much more easily done. But to me, like the first two prologues.
By the way, we're obviously saving chapters 1 through 3 for next week, right?
Okay.
No, all right. By the way,
Oh,
I could
yeah.
talk about chapters 1 through 3 right now. That's
very-
insane. We had Maria on. It was fun. We had a guest.
Yeah.
We had a ton to talk about. We dipped into we talked about the prologues. Like, that was fun. I think that's good. That's a good start.
I'm more than fine with that. I mean, we don't need to
Just
go.
ask her to come back to cover the entire comic.
I'll text her every time.
Okay.
I will text her every time.
No,
I don't.
leave her alone.
No,
We'll have her
just
back
if she can't do
soon.
it, she'll say no.
So
She likes
here's
to
my
hang
favorite
out.
thing.
Fix it.
I texted Maria and I was just like, where was it? Hey, we're gonna start covering the Eye of the World on Tuesday. Would you have time? Just a quick background. Alan and I were previously talked about the Dable brothers. If not, no worries. Sure, I can do that. And I was like, well, we're absolutely delighted. And then she's like, all right, so you're starting with the Eye and do the whole story. I'll need to talk about the New Spring Comics. Is that okay? What time should we gather? And I'm like, instantly, she's a researcher. Like you can tell that she's the fucking editor for this. Because did you listen several times? She's like, well, I started looking into this. Like
Yeah.
she put fucking work into this dumb show, which is more than the people on this show do.
Not how dare you?
Yeah. And look at
I do.
Taffy is staring adoringly at Otto's penis right now. And it's really funny if it's not Otto, but like her kid or something like that. But she's just doing this.
He does this. He does this.
Go on.
he does this dance, and I have to pay attention
Yeah.
when he
Is it
comes
the
home from
Otto-
work, and I'm talking to you guys. He does
Is it
every
helicopter
week.
dick?
Nope,
No,
he's goat seeing
no.
himself.
Maria of the
It's
brown
very-
Aja to the core.
like-
I mean, I completely
like
agree.
this.
We used to joke with about calling Jono brown Aja like when we were first doing our podcast a million years ago, because every time we'd get to a map or something that was like the glossary, he'd always be like, let's talk about all the nerdy shit. And we're like, we're already talking about nerdy shit. Kind of thing. But Maria and Jono get along on that level a lot.
Yeah.
No, that's the only reason she likes me.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because there's not much else.
No, you're
much
you're so sweet to her. She loves you. She loves all of you.
Jono is
Yeah.
brown Aja.
Hey, you know what?
I
You
agree.
are what
I
you
agree.
eat. That still
Yeah.
refers to me.
Have you checked Butthole?
Hmm.
Yeah. So last page of the
Um,
prologue. Taffy, do you have any comments, thoughts? I actually think that last panel kind of does resemble Billy Zane with the scowl in the shadows.
Yeah. It kind of does.
A little tiny bit. Earlier when he's smiling, not so much.
It feels very wicked.
Yeah. Like that one?
What do you think about the color, like the color scheme for this? Is
the deep purples and stuff?
Yeah.
Uh,
Good band. I'm not sure it's really kind of what I'm
I don't
into.
know. I don't mind it just because it's like separating the scene from what's to come, which is going to be a lot of
Yeah.
like wandering through the woods, and it's going to be green and blue and like that kind of thing, and all the browns of the two rivers. Like they really do put them in two rivers woolens in the comic, which I also appreciate.
Absolutely
Because there's no
appreciate it.
color except for Tom's cloak. Like there's almost no color in the two rivers kind of thing, other than like, but the clothing is like browns and greens. But I don't know. I really like the purple in the sense of like, who knows what the sky looks like outside of that palace when
Yeah.
Everything's kind of limbed.
he's
in a
just
certain
ripped
color.
to shreds and done all kinds of shit with the power. Like, I kind of like the creepy
Like it
purple.
feels like
lighting.
it's stormy, like a storm.
Stormy like a storm.
Look, there's
Stormy
purple
like
lightning.
a storm. It's
Let's
purple.
write this song. I just kind of like, there's just a question. Like it definitely gets a very creepy vibe to it that,
I think
things
it.
aren't
I
going well
think
here.
it. I think it evokes that feeling that you want from the prologue. That just
That the
like
palace
everyone's
still should
dead, and he's
occasionally?
wandering around like a lunatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
the earth groans as if a memory.
Purple is a creepy, like as a comic book reader, like purple is a color that is used to get that, and orange as well. Like orange is kind of a vomitous color. Like if you read it page after page, like you kind of go like, oh,
Yeah.
that's enough orange. Yeah, purple's the kind of same feeling.
I meant to ask her, or not ask her. I know about it, but I there was a provocative thing she had said at one point, because and provocative in a very sexual manner, about the purple Ajah theory, which, if I remember correctly, because we talked about purple was the idea that there were, much like spoiler real quickly, so 3, 2, 1, cover your ears or you're fucked up. Varen was purple Ajah, that she was black Ajah, but actually
Gotcha, right.
so that was the purple Ajah theory. Why they chose purple was kind of, it's dark but not. So I was going to have her expound upon that, and then I got drunk and forgot. So maybe we should do that next time.
Okay.
But in essence, and then we mentioned, oh, careful. Good cat.
Just knocking over Iron Man. Don't worry about Iron Man.
Yeah, don't worry. He'll come back as another
I just
character. with the same
grabbed. I was
face.
grabbing volume 2. Okay, not far enough. Wait. Yeah, not far enough. Hold on. We have a question.
Oh, what's the question?
Does the comic get to the 12th one? So it's the entire Eye of the World, so I assume so, but I haven't actually seen that. Oh, yes, it does. Wait.
If you open it up, it starts playing Cher's Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
Oh,
a little
man.
offensive.
Guys,
but
I
it was
just flipped
timely.
over to a random page, and it's
What?
Aram, and man, don't jump ahead.
Wait, I am jumping ahead.
I want your legit.
I am not going to jump
reactions to
ahead.
that.
All right, I will not. I have it in my hand.
Can't
on
wait
close.
to get there. Holy shit! Yes, it gets the Tuatha, Glenn.
Please be offensive. Please be offensive.
Is
Please be
Aram
offensive.
jacked in the comic too? Spoilers. Can't tell you. I don't want to tell you.
I guess you're spoiling this episode. That there's nothing to pay attention to.
Is Aram
Yeah.
jacked in the comic book? We'll have to wait and see. Whatever part that will fall in. I mean, I think I was in volume 3 or 4. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Aram's always jacked in my heart.
Ah!
Goo, goo.
Speaking of Jack to the heart,
Yeah.
I love that you've got to like contextualize the mustard scene real quick.
You have to contextualize the
Yeah.
mustard scene.
I fully agree. As you and I would discuss this, it's the best scene ever in any visual medium.
For sure.
All right, so we had Marie on. We had an awesome discussion. Well, I'm really glad that went for that long. I mean, I know I wasn't. I was kind of like maybe expecting her to be on for the 30 minutes and then be like, "All right, that's my bedtime."
I gave her 1,000.
Tom dipped out before her. That's insane.
What a fun thing to make fun of him for. Fuck yes. Fuck you, Tom. I love you.
Yeah, how dare you, Tom?
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, so I guess let's do chapters 1 through 3 next week.
Okay.
Yes.
Do that. All right.
And 6.9% chance Maria is dumb enough to come on again.
I think she will.
I in no
I don't
way.
think so.
I in no way expect that. and in no way does she want that.
We'll
But-
have her on
He
when
does.
we do like part 7 of this or whatever. Like,
Also,
we'll have
do
her
you
on there.
remember how many comics did they do? They did obviously.
So I don't know. I thought
Newspring.
the first one was prologue through 6, and it's prologue through 7. So there's already like 8 issues in that alone. So like, and I think volume 2 is kind of big, so it looks like it might be another 8 issues. But the volume 3 and 4 are slightly smaller.
How
so
far do they get? Do they
we'll
get
see.
to the Great Hunt? I really don't know.
The comics got to the Great Hunt. They did volume 1 of the Great Hunt at least.
Oh, and then they died.
They might, and then it died. Yeah, I think it's officially dead again. But they started the Great Hunt, so like all of the Eye of the World will be covered in our comic book discussion of the Eye of the World. But like, so there will be an ending, I guess is what I'm saying. We're not starting a comic that got canceled. I guess is the thing I'm trying to say. But yeah, but like,
Well, we are starting a comic that got canceled, and that.
Well, yeah, but that not until after the first book was covered, at least.
Well, the second book, because we did the New Spring already.
That's true.
But I think it's such a weird piece of Hivia. Wow, that sounds like both HIV trivia. I was going for history and trivia. You may be drunk. Of like how
35 issues apparently. Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right, good. Thanks, Beach.
Yeah, thanks.
I think it's fascinating that the first one existed as an independent piece of PR or of IP because it was written later, but number 1 was not. But at the same time, it was under such a friendly organization in Tor that they could just like, oh, we fucked up.
Yeah, because it was Tor.
Yeah.
We signed something that doesn't exist. Apologies.
Yeah.
Here it is anyway.
And Tor was like, "Don't worry about it. We're going to make it anyway." Like that's pretty
yeah,
amazing. Because I did not know that that's the way that this existed. Kind of thing. Like that's
such
crazy.
a good fucking relationship. And then you have the exact opposite with the same company. And this is me saying this, and no way Maria has said this. But the same company, Red Eagle, that is literally trying to midnight fuck them, and not in a fun way, on
Winter Dragon.
The Billy's, on Winter Dragon.
Yeah.
Thank you to Billy Zane, Max Ryan, not Max
Max Powers.
Yeah. Great name. Really, I just midnight fuck them as opposed to work on anything. And like, I don't know. Like, that's such a fascinating juxtaposition that's really frustrating. But anyway, enough of my pontificating.
Well, we were
Jody,
talking about it
anything else to
last
say?
week or whatever. I mean, like, well, just a note on that. Like, IWAT has all this shit. No, well, Red Eagle is now IWAT, I suppose. Is it the same exact entity with a different name, or is it slightly different now? I don't know.
Well, they probably fired one person.
But I mean, like, they're
I don't
talking
know
about
who.
video games and like an animated movie and all this stuff. And like, with the show dead, is that any of that still going to move forward? Because they're the kind of company that in the past has just been like, oh, everything's dead. We'll just hold on to these rights until we're ready to do something, So I want to see that stuff happen. I want to have faith in them, but like, there's been so many times in the past where like they've talked about big plans and like never come to fruition.
Yeah.
So it's just, we'll
Yeah.
see.
It's like Otto talking about anal for me.
Yeah, it's I now.
Yeah, yeah. I enjoyed that. Thank you for letting me
Yeah.
zoom in on that.
I know.
I saw that and I was like,
She was ready.
just
She knew that you were going to ask about that.
yeah. Well,
Jono, that's tWoTcast for this week.
oh, so that's why I said week. If you have any comments or questions, the best way to find us is on. Wait a minute.
MySpace.
If you have any comments or
Podcast.
questions, leave them below. And the best place to find us is, of course, on myspace.com/tWoTcast, the new space for all your Wheel of Time news.
If you want to have any idea what the fuck is going on with the show,
myspace.com/singwithtaffy,
Change
of
the
course.
fucking script, by the way, to put MySpace in this, so I don't have to think about it.
We've talked about
my
MySpace
seventh
17
Scotch.
times throughout the episode. We don't.
It doesn't say it here. I read, motherfucker. I read.
You too.
tWoTcast theme songs brought to you by the one and only Taffy Bennington, everybody.
Thanks for letting me do a song for you.
And the legendary Andrew Bard of Time. Links to all their stuffs below. Watch all their videos. They're all amazing.
Thanks.
I guess thank you, to Maria. That's already come.
Yeah. Thank you, Maria, for all you've done for this. Not for the Wheel of Time, but for the Wheel of Time show called tWoTcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything
That's
you've done
really-
for a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really.
And we'll
where...
see you next week, Maria. We'll see you next week.
Be there.
Never
Just gonna
week
put that out
after.
into the world. Join us next
Yeah.
episode for more Wheel of Time, covering the Eye of the World, but in comic book form, chapters 1 through 3, not 4 through 6, is what this script says.
Whoever wrote
That's
this
cool.
script's a dumb drunk dick. I'm Jono.
Yeah.
Say goodnight, Joey.
Good night,
Say
Joey.
goodnight to friends in chat. Good night,
Good night,
friends in
friends in
chat.
chat.
We love you.
Say goodnight, Taffy.
Good night, you guys. I love you, and I can't wait to
Bye,
talk to you
Taffy.
again.
We love you.
Keep the change of filthy animals.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.